All right. Finally, kind of gotten the hang of the track. I think probably this first sector is the trickiest sector out of all of the tracks we've done so far this season. For me to try to talk and do it at the same time, so this is attempt number 1. It'll be a miracle if anyone ever hears this. But I'm using my Q1 setup that I'm going to be posting. I may work on my setup a little bit more in the week, so I may have an even further updated one by the time that that race day comes around. But one thing I will note is a lot of these curbs around the track have very different off-track limits than other curbs on the track. Usually there's some consistency track to track, I think, but here there's a lot of, you just need to try it in practice and try to see where the off tracks are. Alright, so coming to first lap. At turn 1, I think it's the 150 board I'm looking for. Yeah, I braked a little past it this time. Not a good start. But then I get up into second here, and you really gotta just get a feel for when you get on the gas there. Don't shift up into third, just kind of brake right when I would get into third. This you can cut a little bit, and then you can use this runoff on the left. Here, right before the cones, and I'm into second. I'm back on the gas, and then braking right at the start of the curb on the right, into first. Not sure if first or second is quicker through there, honestly. Here, right in the middle of this patch on the left, into second, and I'm waiting until I can start to see the curb on the left come into my vision to get on the throttle. Stay into third here. Use a little bit of that curb on the left and right. Braking right past the line on the ground there. It's not at one of the markers.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off your
Into
left.
second. Let the car get turned before getting on the gas. This is flat as long as you get turned in enough. Looking at the 100 board here, into third, then getting on the gas once I get past the first part of the chicane. Got on the gas a little too early. Not super great first lap, but I'll see if I can do a little bit better on this one.
That last lap was a 153.
So yeah, here at the 150, I'm going to try to hit it this time. Still braked a little late. Just gotta wait to finally get on the throttle. Into first. There we go. Looking just before the cones. Into third, second. Into first.
You've got 1 gallon left.
Right in this middle of this patch here on the left. Into second. Waiting now on the throttle. A little late on the throttle. Just touching this curb, a little bit of brake. onto the curb on the left, then hard on the gas. Just after this line, into second, on the gas early. And again here up at the 100 board.
Half a gallon remaining.
In the third, don't turn in too much. The braking for that final corner is just, I don't have a point. I haven't found a point. I'm just
Your lap time
doing
was
it on feel.
1:52.9. You're currently 0.2 off your best.
52.9. That's a pretty decent lap. I don't know if it's my graphic settings or if there's really no markers, but I just have nothing to go off into this final corner. So it really is just down to I've done a bunch of laps, and I did a bunch of laps yesterday, and just getting a feel for it, for when to brake. I guess I could look at the right side of the track, maybe. So I'm getting on the brakes right about now. But there's not really much to look at over there either. I will say back here, I think this corner, no, further back. This corner, right here. I'm kind of looking for this curb on the left side of the track to come across my vision. Because I can't see it. I can start to see it here. I'm not sure how much you can see because I have an ultra wide. I'm not sure how much the recording's capturing, but I'm looking at that for when I'm getting back on the throttle. And I got on the throttle a little late here, but I'm starting to get on throttle like right about now, maybe a little bit earlier. And when I was saying the patch on the left, I'm just talking about this whatever this is on the left, kind of looking for the middle of it. You can kind of push later in. I could brake like here instead of here, but it's really, the later you brake here with the camber of the corner, if you brake late, you have to turn in perfect, or else the rear end really wants to slide, and then you lose 2-3 tenths just trying to make sure you keep the car pointed the right direction. Whereas braking later might only save you half a tenth. I think that's all I got.